Leafy is here, is back. Hey everybody, it's Chris. Shirtless Chris. You remember that old joke. I am having a really fun time watching YouTube videos again, in part because of a man that I thought I would never say this about, that I now have to say I like. Leafy is here. Leafy is here has come back to YouTube, and he's making really good content that is intriguing. When I say really good content, he's taking people's clips where he discuss him and other subjects, and they're shooting themselves in the foot, and he's just replaying them and then giving a small piece of commentary in between that, which I actually find to be very enjoyable, because there's a lot of people on YouTube who are very self-righteous and very self-entitled and think they have all the answers, think they're better than other people, et cetera, and they're not. They're really not. And even in like the new world of YouTube, how everything has changed, you find that like people that were once the heroes have now become the villains. Like H3H3. H3H3 was my favorite channel on YouTube for a long time. But then they switched over to podcast format because, of course, that's what you have to do when you get claimed for everything you do and you use clips. You have to change, you have to adapt, you have to grow, which I respect them for. But what happened in that ongoing evolution of their channel and their brand, really, because they switched channels. Ethan Klein became kind of a villain of YouTube. He's not that fun. I'm just making goofs, making gas, making the jokes. Got a fupa guy, right? He's not just the the guy who was like, what was it? I don't know, I don't remember anymore. Vape Nation, vape. He's not the Vape Nation guy anymore. He's just this angry, kind of bitter, hypocritical, fat white dude. That's who he is now. He's kind of this like the Rush Limbaugh almost of YouTube, and I hate comparing him to somebody so awful, but that's kind of what he's become. He just kind of says things that are kind of awful, and people kind of go or It's just that's what it is. And I used to love his content. I did, but I just don't get. I don't get as enthralled with his strong opinions on everything versus him making creative jokes and actually being a real comedian. That's just where I stand with it. But now we're in a world, though, where, YouTube has become mostly podcasts for celebrities and old school YouTubers who are holding on to what they had by doing long form content to be able to, get watch time, which is really the only thing you can do now to really survive, is long ass videos, which I'm not saying I haven't done. I'm just saying that that's just what it's become now. And it's hard to watch because it used to be a place of like creativity. So I've now found myself at a place where I now like Leafy is here because he seems like the one person who still has integrity on this platform and isn't willing to sell out for money because he already made a bunch of it probably. But he also has a good point of like, there's all these people who are commentators on YouTube who have all these great ideas and they're amazing. And oh my God, I'm smarter than you. And oh my God, I'm taking you down. Like there's all of these. There's a lot of them. And they really don't know the F they're talking about half the time. They're just kind of spitballing, like I'm doing right now, but at least I own it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. YouTube is kind of weird. I mean, I'll just give you guys a little bit of a story that I've experienced. So when I was in my my heyday of YouTube, I went to VidCon. And I had a really good time. I had an amazing time. You see people like, Smosh and, Black Nerd Comedy, Gozelle. Let's go even, further in the future of new people. But like, Swoozy, et cetera. Just all these people that I look up to, and I'm like, yo, I watch your stuff. Awesome, right? I go, I think my second year. I go. And I get invited to this party because I become friends with a girl who does voice acting for Borderlands because I like people, I like video games, it just fit. So we get there. And I see Tiffany De La Ghetto, Andy Milonakis, what's his name? All those guys. I won't get you guys too much. The people who made Epic Mealtime, people that made the Epic Rap Battles, like they're all there. And I feel like an outsider. I feel like I don't belong. I feel kind of like awkward. So I'm just kind of like, measling about. And I'm starting to realize as I'm walking through this party, this is kind of a weird thing. Like, I feel like I was at a Hollywood party, but for people that weren't really actually famous, they're just YouTube famous, you know what I mean? And everyone had this kind of thing about themselves where they were like a little bit stuck up. And everyone had this kind of thing where they're a little bit like too cool for school. I would say the only person I met at that whole VidCon that was like really cool that I didn't already know was Jack's Films. He was really down to earth. He was super nice. I met his then girlfriend. We had a good time. We did some shots. It was cool. But yeah, my point being is that you find out that some of this drama that's going on YouTube is manufactured. Like, they all know each other. Like, Grade A Under A knew H3 during that whole period where there was beef. And then, everybody also knows Keemstar, and some of it is just kind of like falsified to get you guys to react to it. So everybody gets views and everybody's eating. And it's crazy. I think even Leafy, to some degree, was kind of tied into this whole thing. Like, he got betrayed by, like, the underground YouTube, like, thing. Meanwhile, we think these are real people having real beef, and they're just playing us to try to get money and views, which I have to say is genius, and that's how marketing works. I get it. But it's also hard because this platform is kind of building the idea that these are real people doing real things and not manipulating their audience to get views and everything, it's just hard to kind of stomach that. But when you realize that, it helps you understand why certain people were able to rise and some people just kind of stay in the middle, and why some people just never really ever come out of a deficit, because it's all about who you know. And that lesson could be like spread out among business and life, but it really is. It's all about who you know. If you know the right people, get the right connections, you can literally survive on most platforms. Unless you don't know the right people. I think about Grace Helbig, who blew up. Channel was owned by another station. Station was like, yo, do this. She was, no, I want to be independent. So she moved her stuff to her own platform. Then she got the TV show. And then things kind of fizzled because she kind of stopped doing YouTube as much. And now I think she's dating a guy from the Valley Folk. I don't know why I brought that up. But point being, this YouTube thing is weird. It's not what you think it is. And if you think you have all the answers, you don't. If you think you understand it, you really don't. Like, Leafy is 100% right. Like, people get on these soapboxes and forget that YouTube is a platform to just have fun. And I'll totally own this. I thought of myself as someone who's making high quality content, but that's also because YouTube told us, this is what they told us. YouTube told us that if you make good content, the views will come. If you make good content, the subscribers will come. If you make good content, you'll grind, you'll grow, you'll be able to be a YouTuber. They told us that. They sold that idea. That's what they did. So I think the zeitgeist became make good content, don't make crap, right? So when someone does make crap, low quality content, if you want to call it, low effort, whatever it could be, it kind of gets shat upon a little bit. But I'm coming to realize the reason why you loved YouTube in the first place wasn't because you came here because you want someone who knew how to use camera angles, knew how to edit, knew how to put music underneath their talks. It's because you wanted to connect with a person and a personality and just a cheap, fast form of entertainment. And now that's what it mostly is. Because if you're gonna be real, be 100% real, high quality content isn't a podcast. It's just not. That's just people talking, and the way you make it even remotely high quality is different angles. So yeah, I got 2 cameras. That's high quality. Oh yeah, right? I mean, I'm sorry. That's not high quality content. If you want to say high quality, you have to pull quality out of it and high out of it and just say effort or just say, I don't know, technical ability. Like, Freddie Wong got big here because he knew how to really do film stuff on a higher level on a platform of people that were just kind of doing what I'm doing right now and just talking. Yeah, he stood out because he's doing high-level stuff. But after a while, everyone could do that. After a while, everyone could get access to a 4K camera or a 720p, which I got chilling right here, or DSLR. Everybody had these, plus mics, plus lighting, plus you understood basic film, theology. It became a thing where it became commonplace. So the specialty of being good at high-quality content didn't matter anymore. So now we're at a place where high-quality content doesn't really exist. It's just kind of what can get the views, what can get the watch time? And the answer is long-form video, long-form content that maybe babbles on a little bit too long. I miss the days when it's a creative platform. I miss the days when this is all about just having fun. And I think at the end of the day, TikTok is probably the new YouTube. If you go on YouTube right now, or rather TikTok right now, you'll see people just having fun, just dancing, just being silly, making skits, stretching their creative arm. They may not have all the technical prowess in the world, but they do have an idea. They do have a concept. They do have something they're going after. They do have something that's just unbridled, and that's enjoyment, entertainment. I go on TikTok now, and I just get inspired to make something weird. Yeah, maybe I'll do a lip sync battle. Cool. Or maybe I'll decide I'll do my own original skit or my own original talk. But I feel like in the very least, the platform isn't going to degrade it because it's not 20 minutes long. Or the platform isn't going to not share it because it's not the new pop and trend thing, right? Yes, it does. TikTok does have trends. but it doesn't punish you for not chasing trends either. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, a secret to TikTok is to not follow the trends. Make your own trends and have people follow you. You know, do something original that resonates with people, and then you'll get the more clicks and views, and if that even matters to you anymore. And I just want to say that, like, I honestly enjoy still being on YouTube, and I've gotten kind of like my like creative spark back during this pandemic and being quarantined. Like, I want to do all these things. I've been writing down ideas. I literally spent the first half of my morning eating crab legs and writing down ideas for new anime debate videos, which, by the way, if you don't know, I have an anime debate channel. Link in the description down below. If you watch me talk about anime, go to that channel. Go subscribe now, because content is going to be dropping every single week. Just throwing it out there. Anime debate channel. Yes. I'm going to niche down. Just do that. Have fun with it. And then this channel will be for experiments. I'm just going to, like, do whatever I feel like doing and not worry about the views. And I think in doing that, I'll probably get more views. And in doing that, I'll have more fun and I'll put out more stuff. Because at the end of the day, I just want to make cool stuff. And I kind of forgot that I used to be a funny channel. Because after a while, I was like, you know, I want to do motivational stuff. But I forgot, even in my old motivational videos, I still took a moment to be funny or be, like, you know, truly entertaining, not just babble. And so I want to get away from videos probably like this one, where I'm just talking and it's not particularly, like, succinct. But really, I want to go back and look at these videos and laugh. I want to go back at these videos and look and go, wow, you made that, man. Or wow, that was truly engaging. I want to make something like that again, you know, that really pulls people in and really does make me happy first. So if you see me doing less motivational stuff, that's why. But please believe that I will be baking in motivational stuff into what I do. But I'm just going to have fun again. I'm not going to sit here and work with the algorithm on this channel. I'm going to target my other channel that has a dedicated fan base and a dedicated, niche that I can just target easily. And that's where I'm going to put all my stress. But this channel is going to go back to what it was meant to be when I started it 10 years ago, which is just a catalog of my personality. Like, when I die, I want my kids and my family and people that love me to go on this channel and see who I was. I want people to go back and watch this channel and go, wow, I miss Chris, but here he is right here, you know? Like, here is who Chris was. Like, that was my entire plan for this channel. Like, a living, a time capsule of my life and who I was. Like, you're gonna get to see my happiness, my sadness, my dating, my depression, my revival, my creativity, my silliness, my love of music and creating stuff and just being a fun, slightly weird, authentic person. That's what I wanted this to be. And I kind of lost track of that when, you know, the algorithm started screwing me over and the numbers became more important than putting out things that I cared about. And yeah. Just want to be real about that. So I'm going to go put on pants because I'm literally doing this in the nude. Like, I can't have a mirror right here. And the whole time I'm making this, I have to be really careful not to walk past it with my butt cheeks, because then I'll get flagged. But you can see my arm and my leg if you wanted to see anything at all. Anyway, guys, my name's Chris. I'll see you guys on the next video, and I appreciate you. Just remember, Leafy is here. Is right. What a world we live in. 2020, baby. 2020.